It is time for a 2022 financial goal quarter 1 update. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more related frugality and finance content. Today I would like to talk to you about my 22 financial goals, and well, this is basically an update video on quarter 1 of the year. So I wanted to give you the status of those goals as I'm working through them, and yeah, let's just get started. Goal number 1, pay off my student loans. So last year I had made this goal to pay off half of my student loan debt at the start of the year. Now I'm just going for it. I'm trying to pay them all off. At the start of the year, I had $29,474.38 of student loan debt. Today I'm actually around $8,600 of student loan debt, so you know, we're in the 4 digits now. That means that I'm a little over 70% of the way to debt freedom. Since I'm going to be posting this video on Thursday this coming week, I think I'm actually going to be sending more money to my student loan account between then and now. So by that point, I should have sent a little over $1,500 more to my account. So when that occurs, my balance should be around $7,000, which means I might be over 75% of the way to debt freedom, which is really cool. Just in Q1 of this year, I will have accomplished 3/4 of my main goal this year, which is awesome. My next goal was to build an emergency fund. I've not started this yet, but for good reason, because I'm waiting until I'm actually debt-free, so I need to finish my first goal first before I start working on this one. But if you guys saw my debt-free plans video that I posted, I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I talk about what I think this emergency fund should look like or how much it should be. It's less than what you might expect, as I said in that video. Right now I have $1,000 as my emergency fund, and a lot of people, they don't like that number. They don't see that as an emergency fund, and I get it. I completely get it. But I am not in a normal situation. I do not pay for housing. I don't pay for anything really, except for my student loans and like little expenses for my child, my dog. If there were an emergency, which I will classify here, 3 main emergencies that I foresee happening are: 1, the loss of a job. So what happens if I lose my job? Well, I would hopefully be getting all my vacation money because I haven't gone anywhere. I don't know what I'll spend it on, because if I do lose my job, I won't be spending money on transportation, which is like 90% of my main expense. I obviously don't want that to happen, but if that were to happen, A, I would get money back, and B, I would not spend as much money as I normally do, but then I have to go find a job. Not the end of the world. The other possibility is that I still have a job, but my car breaks down. So what do? I use my dad's car. That's what will happen. I'm just gonna use my dad's car because he's like semi-retired, and if he needs to go into work, I can just drive him to work and then take the car to my job. I do not foresee myself buying a new car if that happens, until obviously I've saved up enough money to buy a car, whether it's new or used. I don't know, but it's not really gonna ruin things if my car breaks down. And I don't want you to break down though. If you hear me, do not break down. The other type of emergency would be like a medical emergency for me or my pet, or like a family member. Everyone has insurance, including my dog. So if it's like an accident thing, my dog is covered. He's good. If it's not, then I will find whatever pennies I have to take care of him because he's my child. And if it's me, I do have insurance, and if it's like a high copay for some reason, I'll use my emergency fund, which brings me to the amount that I think I should have in my emergency fund. As I said before, transportation is around 90% of my monthly expenses, and that's because my monthly expense, if you take out any frivolous spending, is around $600. So $600 times 3, because I want to do a 3-month emergency fund for now, that will be $1,800. So if I already have $1,000, I only need to add $800 to my emergency fund, and you know, $1,800 does not seem like a lot, but that's where I want to start. Any leftover money I have in my like monthly expenses, I'm just gonna continue pushing to savings as I go. So the next thing that I would want to focus on once I have my emergency fund is to max out my Roth IRA. So I'm kind of still debating whether I want to do just like a lump sum contribution when I can focus on that, or if I want to do dollar cost averaging over the rest of the year. But I definitely need to contribute $5,950 more, because I have already contributed $50 towards my Fidelity Roth IRA, which I finally created, I think back in February, if you guys saw that video. So I have an account now, so that's a big step. I don't really know if that counts in the percentage, but I made my account, so that's a thing. I put $50 in it, and then Fidelity put in $150 in it. So that was cool. I thought I was only gonna get $100, but they gave me $50 more, so nice. And I'm actually kind of confused because let me know if you guys know about this. Because I made my account with the promotion, I was expecting that the promotion would be a part of my $6,000 max contributions. So I thought maybe I only needed to send $5,850 more. But when I log into my account, it says that I've only contributed $50 out of the $6,000, which is true because that's the only amount that I contributed. So I should probably ask them if I can contribute an extra $5,950 or if the promotion amount is part of the $6,000, because that's not how it's showing up when I sign in. So I just want to make sure I don't put in too much money in because I don't want to, you know, be charged for that or something. And if any of you guys know, leave that in the comments below. So once I'm done with that, I want to be able to pay for half of my parents' mortgage every month. So I don't mean pay off half of their mortgage as it is right now. I want to be able to pay off half the mortgage, but that's just not gonna happen this year. It's not. So for now, the goal is to send half of the mortgage payment towards the mortgage. Yeah, last but not least, the one that I was confused about. In my financial goals video, I talked about whether I wanted to max out my 401k, which would be Roth contributions, $20,500 for the year, or save up for a down payment on a house. And I was not sure about what I wanted. I'm still like, okay, I've made up my mind between the two. I'm not maxing out my 401k. I can tell you guys that much because I do want to prioritize saving. So I've been in this season of paying down debt, relinquishing my money, and having no emotional connection to it, to now a season where I'm trying to save money and get into that habit that I have not really exercised in the past 4 years. While I'm still investing, I think the saving part is probably gonna be, it's gonna be new, it's gonna be different for me, and I wanna be able to save money for a specific goal. And this money will likely be for a down payment on a house. It is likely that it will be a rental property because that's something that I'm seriously considering. But I just want to make sure it's the right decision, and obviously I need to take into account interest rates and stuff. You know, I'm very early in this process. I'm just thinking. I'm not acting on any of this, but I definitely want to start saving just so that I have something in case an opportunity comes up. I just realized that it would be a lot harder for me to max out my 401k this year and then just not contribute as much next year. I'd rather just focus on saving this year, and then when the time comes, I feel good about maxing out my 401k. Maybe I'll have a property that generates income, or if it's my own property, you know, I'm paying it down, but I'll have extra money to max out my 401k in that situation. So I guess I'm saving up for a house for the rest of the year. It's basically just me sending as much money as possible towards that goal until maybe a purchase occurs. But even though I'm not maxing out my 401k, I want you guys to know I am still gonna take advantage of my employer match. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please let me know in the comments below what you guys are working towards this quarter.